So today we will be doing the cam chain extenders on the Vulcan here. And to start off, I've already done the other side. I'll show you the other side quickly. Is this here. So this has already been done. So now we're gonna be doing this side. And to, one sec. To start, you have to remove the air filter. So I already took that piece off. So then you just pop off your filter, which looks to be in good shape. And then it looks like you gotta remove these and these. Oh, and these ones up here, I think. Yeah. So all of that. So give me 1 second, I'll have it apart. All right, so I got that off. It's just these two, so a 10 and then a Phillips. And then now you have to take this off, which is, I believe, another 10 and a 10. And then this slides out, and then you have access to your cam tensioner right there. So let me get that piece off, and then yeah. So to get the air filter completely off, I had to take this side out, remove 2 bolts down here to get this out. I don't know how to slide it out. So I'll figure out how to slide it out and come back to you guys. So 1 sec. Okay, so I managed to not have to take this out, but what I did was remove the cap, which is a 10 or a 10. And then all this comes out. So you take out your bearing and your bearing cap, then you take out your big spring and your little spring. And then right now I'm just working on taking out the 5mm Allen keys, which there's one up in there. So I'll get that out and then show you what it looks like. So I got it out. This is what it looks like. It was extended all the way, which means that it was all the way out, which means the chain was hitting the spark plug tube. So it's a good thing that I'm changing to the extenders. So I will have to make some cuts on this piece to get it to come off fully. You do 1 across from each other. I do 4 on 4 sides, and then I use a hammer and tap it off, and then you use red Loctite and put the cap on. So I'll do that, and then I'll show you afterwards. So there's the cap on, and then you just want to press like that, and you're good. So after removal, you Loctite this on, and then you're good to go. Now I'm gonna start reassemble. All right, so what I've done is I've released this. So there's a little lip here. So you just push that up, and then the bearing can go back in, or the extensioner can go in. And then you put the bearing and the big spring. So I took the bearing and the big spring out, and they're in here. So it's big spring, bearing, you push the bearing down with your Allen key, and then you tighten this bolt here to hold the bearing in place. And then you're ready. And then I'm gonna put some of the, I'm gonna put some gasket sealer thing, some of this black gasket on to this surface here, just to help reseal it, to make sure that I don't get any leaks. So it doesn't have to be too fancy, just enough to seal. And then we can go and put this back in with the bolt facing out. So I'll slide that in and then show you. So I have that piece in there now, and I tightened up this and this, so this isn't going anywhere now. So then what we do is so now what I did was I just stuck the bearing retainer in there so that the flat side is facing out. Then you take your longer, skinnier spring and you shove it right in the middle hole. And then you'll hear the extensioner clicking, which is okay. That just means the cam tensioner is moving in. And then you take this piece, there's a little hole in the middle, and you put the spring in there and you tighten it on. So once you have the cap back on, you just give it a little bit of a tighten, and then you undo this, which causes the bearing to shoot back into here, putting the proper tension. And then you just do it back up and then give it a little tighten, and then we can put all of the air filter back on, and then we'll start it up and see how it sounds and see if I wrecked anything. So everything's back on, air filter's back on. Now I'm just gonna go to the other side. All right, so we did both of the extensioners. One side's put back together, other side's put back together. So let's cold start it. And let's hear if it fixed itself. So it still sounds like it has the knock, but it's not as bad.